Well, high school teams won't be playing any games until at least the new year, but having enough referees for those games might be an even bigger issue. KSBY's Rob Schiff tells us how schools are trying to make sure that's not a problem come January.
The focus over the last few months has been on the athletes. When are we going to get to see these young men and women on the field, on the court, doing what they love? But what about the people officiating these games? Will there be enough referees when teams are scheduled to start playing in early 2021? There won't be any high school games on the Central Coast until at least January. But according to the schedule, once the new year hits, there will be a lot of them. And because of the adjusted athletic calendar for 2021, some of those sports will be happening in the same season. Los Padres Football Officials Association assigner Mike Ostini says that's going to make the workload even tougher for officials.
That overlapping, huge overlap, we have multiple officials working 2 or 3 sports. It's going to be an athletic director's nightmare.
Morro Bay High School Athletic Director John Andre tells me he and other high school athletic directors on the Central Coast took that into consideration when making their schedules.
We figured when they would put all those sports together, combine the winter and spring sports, that we were going to have official problems. So what we were able to do was come up with a schedule that allowed for not only officials, but for the student athletes to be able to play their winter and spring sports.
Andre says basketball and soccer will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, while baseball and softball will be held on Wednesdays and Saturdays. He says that should make it a little easier for those referees officiating multiple sports. Ostini says he estimates the average age of his officials to be over 50, and after a recent survey, he tells me he's expected to lose about 10 to 15% of them because of COVID concerns. But Ostini is optimistic that there will be enough officials once the new year hits.
If we only lost 10% and we gained a few more bodies, we'd probably be okay.
Ostini says it's never too late to start recruiting new officials, and those fresh faces will make it a lot easier once we kick off the season in January. In San Luis Obispo, Rob Schiff, KSBY News.